Raghuveer,
Hi,
thank you so much for doing this.
my pleasure.
I know you have just recently got a great promotion and you are a busy man now.
Can
But yeah,
say, can say yes.
yeah. See? Okay, so for whatever journey that I know of yours, you have been a marketer, and you have had a long stint of, marketing in different genres, right? In different industries, right? So tell us something about like how is marketing different in different industries?
It is somewhat different, but I think over 15 years, what I have realized that while the product can be different, the consumer is same. The wants and needs, the media consumption, everything is same. यानी कि वो कंज्यूमर वो सेम चीज़ें ही कर रहा है, वो पेपर पढ़ रहा है, टीवी देख रहा है, सोशल मीडिया पे है. तो आई थिंक for different product you just need to know which channels are more relevant and
Okay.
what kind of audience, specifically demographics, if you are targeting a female or a male, where are they resting, and you have to go heavy on those channels. I think from a marketing point of view jo important hai that you should know where your TG is and what channel are heavy for those consumer, so that you go there and keep your spends, because we spend a lot of money. That's what marketing does. But then just to get a conversion on ROI, you have to learn the channels pretty well, and you have to understand and know these channels and keep on trying other channels as well. In my view, after working, this is my fourth industry where I will be across retail, finance, OTT, and before that also I've worked in kind of a mall,
Yeah.
marketing. One thing I've realized that you'll have to make the product fit in the consumer's life. See, where does it fit in, and what are the ways basically where consumer will get attached to that particular product or a brand. You have to find that channel and then go. Otherwise, more or less, after 15 years, I can say it is not very different. You just have to understand your consumers and your target audience.
Okay. So, how is consumer behavior different when it comes to movie marketing? Like, I'm sure when you speak about movie marketing, you really have to understand your consumer that, okay, what are they exactly consuming with this sudden rise of OTT, right? Because I'm pretty sure now the consumers are pretty well aware of what they want to watch and whom they want to watch,
Yeah.
right? So please tell us that how is movie marketing different than the other areas of marketing or the other industries of marketing, and how is consumer behavior different when it comes to movie marketing?
Okay, so I think there's a very interesting story where, after my 9 years of marketing across industries, and when I land in entertainment and I started doing my usual marketing, I realized that, it's not working the way it used to work earlier, the same ways and all, because it's very different.
Different like how?
If I have to give you, say, in a layman's term, most of the marketing, for movies or anything which is content related, starts before the product is out. That's where you have to create a market. Yeah. Generally, in other things, what happens is you first get a product, which is 100% ready, and you go all out with that product. You don't create a community for the product before the product releases.
एक example बताइए.
So, for example, if a particular movie is coming, yeah, and it is supposed to, say, launch a month after, and if the marketing starts now, from now till that 1 month, you will have to create a product before the product is out. That means, one, you'll have to create hype. Movie marketing, I always say, and I always believe, is like political marketing. You have to create hype and you have to sell hype, because you don't have a finished product. For example, if you go to a mall and you see a new, say, a shampoo has come in, or say cosmetic, or a car, it's displayed there. You can have a touch feel to it. You can see, you can read through the product manuals. And if you think, okay, it's worth a try, you will buy that product and go. Maybe it's a sampler also, but still you will buy a product. What happens in movie marketing or in a content marketing, that there's nothing there. What you are seeing is a 2-minute hype created stuff, which is designed well, will well-fitted sound, VFX, SFX. It's an hype which has been, created, which is marketing. And you buy in as a consumer, and then, second distinction happens is that the sustenance of the consumer, that is the retention, is happening much before the product is launched. Generally, in other industries where the product is a tangible product, the retention happens after the product is launched. You buy in a product and then I'm kind of do after sale service or whatever and I retain you. बट मूवी में क्या होता है, उसके पहले रिटेंशन शुरू हो जाता है. यानी मुझे आपको आज इंटरेस्टेड करना है, देन मुझे आपको होल्ड करके रखना है फॉर दैट 1 month, एंड देन फाइनली आफ्टर अ मंथ यू कन्वर्ट. So you are giving me money after a month. Now imagine 30 days of holding someone just by creating hype without any substantial product. Here I am buying your time, by different ways of marketing, and that's how it is very difficult and very different also. That's what I learned, when I came into entertainment marketing, and I said, यार यहाँ तो थोड़ा different हिसाब किताब है. आपके पास tangibly कुछ है नहीं. All you have this 2-minute and some visuals. And then you keep creating stuff, you keep creating moments. And over the time, I have realized that, it's a cultural event which you create with every movie or in every, with a web series. And people are part of it. That means if I am able to hype you as a consumer with whatever content I'm going to come out after 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I am co-creating a hype with you. That means I got you in, then I build on you, so that you create. You saw the trailer, you saw the poster. I want to make you an advocate who will go out in social media and post about it. And how do I do it? Then, I will have these major spikes. So a pre-marketing is much in movie marketing and much thought through, because you are creating, a product which is not there in your mind. And then making you sell, making you believe that the product is going to be good. And then you convert and then finally consume that product. You are never getting a sampler of it,
कि
try कर लो and अगर अच्छा लग रहा है तो ठीक है. So that trailer and teaser and whatever posters and all are all my ammunitions to keep you interested in, every stage, and then finally, you will convert as a consumer. So that 30 days or that pre-marketing where I'm creating a hype in your head is very difficult, which doesn't happen in other industries. Other industries, it's very simple that, this is the product, this is where it fits into your life. Is it a need-based thing or it's a want-based thing, and I will kind of sell you there. What do I sell a movie with? Content के लिए मैं क्या बोलूँगा कि अरे यार नहीं देखोगे तो तुमको रातों की नींद तुम्हारी खराब हो जाएगी. I can't say that. और यहाँ पे, you will miss out. लाइफ में आगे नहीं बढ़ पाओगे अगर मेरा कंटेंट नहीं देखोगे. But then, there are ambitions, there are, people look up to your actors. People want an escape. There is FOMO. So all these, words which are very buzzwords, which actually are quite, relevant in our industry right now. And hence it is quite different from, the traditional marketing. So it's actually very different.
Okay. So with whatever that you told, or with whatever that you just mentioned, I'm really curious to know that what if you have done the best of the marketing in the tenure that you have got, right from the trailer release till the movie release. Okay, let's forget about OTT also over here. Okay, theatrical release भी है तो भी आपने बहुत सारा marketing hype create किया and the product doesn't fare well. तो is it that your marketing was bad or was the product bad, and that you knew sitting at your position, you probably know that okay, this product is bad or probably this movie is bad, फिर भी हमको इसके इर्द गिर्द ऐसी कोई एक मार्केटिंग कैंपेन रेडी करनी है. तो ऐसे केसेस में क्या होता है? Like for example, if I have to give you an example for Adipurush versus Lapata Ladies. What do you think Lapata Ladies, why did it work? And why did Adipurush fail in spite of being such a epic saga?
Yeah. See, it's still a lot of mehnat. A lot of effort goes in creating stuff. And sometimes maybe the expectations are high and it doesn't match the consumer expectation, and that's where a product fails. I can only say that. Otherwise, in my opinion, there is market for everything. You just have to go to that relevant audience and do it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. We just take with pinch of salt, because as I said, even when we are marketing any content or a piece of content, we really don't know to which particular audience it will go and just relate to it. But then sometimes with the past experience, we know that sometimes these kind of things will work, because say it's a very usual genre which has come in, or something a thriller which is widely accepted as a genre within people. So sometimes we have some past learnings, we do it, or sometimes we just kind of package it well, but then it just, the expectations are too high, and that's where I can say that one product related well with users and it flew, the other just couldn't make a mark. But then I think, irrespective, I still believe that every piece of content has market for itself.
Yeah.
You sometime it might be very niche and you want to make it mass. Maybe that's where things are getting things are falling down. So वहाँ पे हो सकता है कि प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, एंड जो बहुत रिलेटेबल चीज़ें होती हैं, स्पेशली दी स्लाइस ऑफ लाइफ, where these kind of stories like Lapata Ladies comes in, where it's just a feel good factor. You don't have to put much brains, you are just there for the entertainment and you like that entertainment. Rest, you believe it or not, but there's a lot of psychological things happen when a movie or a content piece releases. That means, one, if you are part of a particular community and if that community is talking about it, and if you are not part of it, you will want to be part of it. Social media,
Like how?
Social media creates a lot of FOMO in our head. That if there is something which is there and visible, and you keep looking at it, say 5-6 times in different ways, an influencer is talking, a critic is talking, a particular meme page is talking, or a cinephile is talking, suddenly you want to sample it. कि यार है क्या, इतनी अच्छी बातें हो रही हैं, and hype, and again there's some bit of marketing, there's some bit of word of mouth. So that psychological pressure which creates in the head of a consumer sometimes makes that person to go and sample it, and then he may like it, he may not like it, and then that verdict is mostly when someone comes out and say, oh, I tried this, I didn't like it. And if you see somebody said about a very, for example, take Game of Thrones, and I have not watched it myself, and I don't know the hype about it. I really don't believe the hype about it. And though I am sure it's a good content, but it's not related to me, and I've not wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
But then there are many people who, just because a group of
Everyone is watching.
Everyone is watching, I need to watch because कल के episode में क्या हुआ था, I need to talk about it. That is real, and it happens. I have realized it now that FOMO creation is one of the very strong ways of movie marketing.
Okay.
And we as marketers, we try and create that FOMO, which is good FOMO. Not saying that it's false FOMO, but then it's just today's consumer is quite busy in terms of after coming back home from the work. Their share of mind is taken by social media, where you are browsing too much, and if I have to ask your time, I have to give you something very substantial. And that's where these FOMO creations, these hype creations, or perception marketing which happens. And these are the terms which I have learned now, that there's something called perception marketing also, which has been happening from
since
long
ages.
But किसी ने इसको define नहीं किया था. So I think all of these work together, and then a content piece comes to a consumer and they watch it, and then if they like, they don't like, is something very personal.
Okay. रघुवीर, हमें थोड़ा marketing campaigns के बारे में बताइए. What happens or what goes behind the scenes when you are actually designing a movie marketing campaign? कैसे होता है?
So as I said, movie marketing is slightly different, the way we used to design earlier campaigns. And because here it's a startup within a startup. Every product you should treat that has a P&L of its own. There's investment, and it's huge investment. It's as good as a small scale job business. The amount of money which goes in making a movie, 20, 30 crores, 40 crores. This is huge money. So if you treat it as a business, which I call that, every piece of content is a startup, and it has to start from scratch. There is nothing which can be replicated very easily that, somebody has done, because then people are very aware. If you repeat something, people will know कि अरे ये तो हमने कहीं देखा था. And these days people, things stay on social media more. People can easily search, and AI has, kind of killed. You don't have to search also. You just ask question, they will give it out. तो इसमें क्या हो जाता है, the moment कुछ हमारे पास आता है, and we watch it first, and then we start designing it, we'll have to first see where do you find इसका ऑडियंस कहाँ मिलेगा. कभी कभी हो जाता है कि कुछ चीज़ें बहुत नीश होने लगती हैं, उसको मास कैसे रखना है, सो दैट आपका एंटरटेनमेंट फैक्टर नीचे ना चला जाए. सब इट्स वेरी ईजी समटाइम टू गेट स्वेड बाय से द प्लॉट ऑफ द स्टोरी. और अगर आपका स्टोरी का प्लॉट से इट हैज़ अ मैसेज एंड आप उस मैसेजिंग में घुस जाते हो, इट काइंड ऑफ बिकम्स प्रीची चीज़ें नहीं चलती हैं ज़्यादा. इन एंटरटेनमेंट,
फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ़ आई हैव टू गिव यू कि आज के डेट में आपको आश्रम वेब सीरीज़ की मार्केटिंग कैंपेन डिज़ाइन करनी है, सो व्हाट डिफरेंट और व्हाट वुड योर टेक बी और व्हाट वुड योर टीम्स टेक बी कि इसको कैसे हम कर सकते हैं टू क्रिएट दैट हाइप, बिकॉज आश्रम इज़ काइंड ऑफ factual content, kind of controversial content, right? So how would you do that?
See, if anything very similar to Ashram comes, and अगर ऐसा कुछ already exist कर रहा है, पहले तो आप ये जान लो कि उधर क्या हुआ था, and you don't repeat it, because कभी कभी entry to the product is very similar, if the product is very similar, तो आपको वो obvious चीज़ें करनी है. And in marketing, the first golden rule is rule out the obvious. जो पहले 3 आइडियाज़ आपके दिमाग में आते हैं ना, उनको उड़ा दो. स्टार्ट विद द 4th, बिकॉज दैट इज़ डिफरेंट. क्योंकि पहले 3 आपका वो रिकॉल है, यानी आपने क्या देखा था, क्या पढ़ा था. एज अ मार्केटर आप उसको याद करते हो और आप वो आइडिया बनाते हो. तो फर्स्ट 3 यू शुड ऑलवेज इग्नोर. देन यू सी दैट हाउ डू यू पिच इट डिफरेंटली. दैट कम्स ओनली विथ अ लॉग लाइन. That means if I have a very similar product which is there and available in the market, मेरे प्रोडक्ट में डिफरेंट क्या है ऐसा जिसको मैं बाहर ला सकता हूँ जो उन्होंने नहीं लाया था. सो इफ़ इट इज़ से स्टोरी ऑफ अ गॉड मैन who is somewhere factual, and obviously people know the story and all, but आप अगर उस एंगल से नहीं घुसते हो और आप घुसते हो उसके नीचे जो लोग थे, जिन लोगों ने सफ़र किया, maybe you take that route.
Okay.
And then you enter that, maybe sometimes जो आस्था होती है वो भी झूठ हो सकती है. But you have to find pegs. And in movie marketing or in content marketing, what happens is that you have different pegs. Content communication pillars has to be very solid. When you create something for a movie.
Yeah.
And why it is, as I said, you have to create hype. इसके अंदर कुछ टैंजिबल नहीं है, आपके पास वो 2 मिनटर है. वो 2 मिनटर इज़ योर ट्रुथ दैट यू आर ट्राइंग टू पिच टू अ कंज्यूमर, मेक देम, कीप देम इंटरेस्टेड फॉर दैट लॉन्च विच इज़ हैपनिंग इन से 3 weeks 4 weeks टाइम. सो दीज कॉन्टेंट पिलर्स बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू. दीज आर A/B टेस्टिंग फॉर यू. यानी अगर ये नहीं चल रहा है तो मैं B को फायर करूँगा, B नहीं चल रहा तो मैं C को फायर करूँगा, नहीं तो मैं D को फायर करूँगा. मेरे चैनल सेम है, मैं वही सोशल मीडिया कर रहा हूँ, मैं वही इन्फ्लुएंसर मार्केटिंग कर रहा हूँ, मैं वही मीम पेजेस करूँगा, वही डिजिटल मार्केटिंग, फेसबुक, मेटा, गूगल, आई डू ऑल दोज थिंग्स. बट देन व्हाट एम आई कम्युनिकेटिंग इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हेंस योर कॉन्टेंट पिलर्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेयर एक तो होता है कि यू कांट इवन ओपन मच बिकॉज अ कॉन्टेंट सेल्स विथ इट्स फोमो. यानी कि आप जब देखोगे एज अ कंज्यूमर, दैट वाओ फैक्टर को मैं बाहर नहीं ला सकता हूँ, विच इज़ माई क्लाइमैक्स. सो इफ़ यू ओनली हैव फर्स्ट हाफ, उस फर्स्ट हाफ में भी कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ें होंगी जो एज अ प्लॉट रिवील होता है. तो यू आर वर्किंग विद अ लॉट ऑफ बाउंड्रीज हियर. सो योर कॉन्टेंट पिलर्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंड यू कीप फायरिंग देम. सो एट द इनिशियल स्टेज यू फायर ऑल 4, देन यू सी व्हाट इज वर्किंग.
Please describe the 4 content pillars.
I mean, this will depend content to content. ये एक्चुअली होते हैं क्या आपको रिवील करना है कंज्यूमर के पास. यानी अगर इजी एग्जांपल देता हूँ, अगर एक पर्टिकुलर फ़ोन है, उस फ़ोन के अंदर 10 फीचर्स हैं और वो फ़ोन 1 महीने बाद आने वाला है, मैं 4 फीचर्स उसके बताऊंगा जो थोड़े डिफरेंट हो सकते हैं. यानी कि अगर मैं बोलूँ कि कैमरा बहुत अच्छा है, इट्स नॉट अ वेरी डिफरेंशिएटिंग फैक्टर, बट मैं बोलूँ हाँ इसमें से मूवी बना सकते हो, मे बी दैट एंगल आई कैन टेक. सो हाउ डू यू पिच द सेम थिंग डिफरेंटली इज़ योर कॉन्टेंट पिलर्स.
Okay.
हीरो वही है, हीरोइन वही है, विलन भी वही है, स्टोरी भी वही है जो बाहर आ चुकी थी, लेकिन कुछ ना कुछ हर कंटेंट पीस में कुछ यूनिक होता है. बिकॉज व्हेन द मेकर मेक्स दे डोंट डू कॉपी पेस्ट. बहुत मेहनत लगती है. इमेजिन अ पर्टिकुलर कंटेंट विच इज़ कमिंग आफ्टर अ ईयर, यानी 1 साल की मेहनत. किसी ने लिखा, फिर स्क्रीन प्ले हुआ, फिर डायलॉग राइटिंग हुई, फिर उसका आर्ट डायरेक्शन हुआ, फिर वो लिटरली शॉट हुआ, फिर एडिट हुआ. तो काफ़ी प्रोसेस से निकलता है ये प्रोडक्ट, और जब आता है इसमें कुछ ना कुछ होता है. यानी कि द मेकर्स का एक यूनिक होता है. हेंस यू हैव टू इन्वॉल्व द मेकर्स इन मार्केटिंग,
Okay.
otherwise your marketing will fall flat. So we are always in touch with the makers, take their opinions and all, because they are very close to the story. We come much later. हमने तो पूरा प्रोडक्ट देख लिया, उन्होंने तो प्रोडक्ट को जिया है. So
But what if the campaign that you pitch them
yeah.
and they are not okay with it?
See, you have to get people to the same
Right.
creative and business runs two different direction, and as a marketer you have to bring them on one page.
Yeah.
Even 70%, but you have to bring in, because you have to sell it. There is money at stakes. When creative comes, they don't see money. They are very true to what they have made, and they want to kind of हमें तो यही करना है. But you know that this will not relate. As I said, you have a messaging in your content, and if I go with that messaging, nobody wants to be preached. People are there for entertainment, and Vidya Balan's quote is very important, is entertainment. यही बिकता है. So अगर आपने entertainment निकाल लिया और आपने school बना दिया उसको, there will be a very niche audience who want to be schooled, and they're not interested in getting gyan. Yes, they will realize in the due course when they watch it.
Yeah.
तो इसीलिए, but then there are some content where it is very important that you take that route, but that's a very bold step as a marketer somebody will take, which is there's a term to it which says it's cause marketing. Cause marketing is a very rarely used term in our scheme of things, but then it's very strong when you have a very unique distinction in your content, that you want to take that cause, and many films are made on some of the other causes. Very rarely you see that there are some strong causes, and as I was giving you the example of Rashmi Rocket, where it was gender verification of female athletes. It's something which we have not heard of. That means it might be an eye opener for the consumer.
Yeah.
And that's where you take that route of cause marketing, where you keep harping that is it right or wrong. That's your marketing tool. That's your marketing messaging. And as a consumer, when I consume, I want to know about it कि यार gender verification होता क्या है. I will Google, I will search. Then your SEO is very important, that while you're searching gender verification, आपका film ऊपर आना चाहिए.
Yeah.
So then you kind of, you work on SEO, you work on making people aware कि ये होता क्या है. Then you take examples. There are live examples which has happened in India and internationally. You bring those and you literally put them out. Generally marketing में ये सब होता नहीं है. It's very soft way of doing marketing. But some content,
you have to.
Yeah, you have to do it. And that's the right way to do it. But other than that, you have to keep it entertaining. So, always seen through a lens of entertainment, तब आपका content थोड़ा consumer को relatable ज़्यादा लगता है. And that's where these movies which you recall, are staying with you, because उसमें entertainment factor था. यानी जब आप बाहर निकल के आए, you were with a happy mind and all. Packaging is very important. Hence, if I sell you action, and बहुत ठंडा action था वहाँ पे, you'll come out disappointing.
Yeah.
But then if I sell you something which is not a very big promise, because I know that action उतना नहीं है, but then I will give you action and drama and emotion, everything if I give you, and you will say okay fine, that's where I like it, or I don't like it. And sometimes the actor does the job, and if you are a die-hard fan of someone, वो कुछ भी कर ले आपको अच्छा ही लगेगा. That's the truth. And that kind of works also when we do marketing.
Yeah.
So hence that's how the design is. And
But do you think, for example, films like Padmavat, right? When the marketing campaign either is designed in a way that it has to go by a route of negative publicity ताकि उसको और ज़्यादा हाइप मिले, या तो फिर मार्केटिंग कैंपेन यहाँ पे सच में बैकफायर हो जाए, ऐसा कभी हुआ है? एनीथिंग दैट यू फील अबाउट दिस?
see, risk is there when you market big budgeted stuff. There are chances that things might backfire. Most of the things gets backfired without you knowing them. And then after that it becomes a phenomena कि हमने ऐसा किया, backfire हो गया, negative. So then any kind of publicity is good publicity. But then intentionally नहीं होता है. That's what I'm trying to say, that sometimes you want to do something but nobody comes up with a brilliant idea कि सबसे पहले कलेश कहाँ होगा, वो करते हैं.
बट व्हाट इफ अगर वो चीज़ बैकफायर कर गई, सो हु इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर इट देन?
See, there are many people involved. This machinery has a lot of departments into it. There is marketing, there is PR, there is copy, there is SEO, there is digital, a lot. And when we also launch something, there are, force of people standing behind it. And even one falls, everything will fall. I can do all the best of social media marketing. If a PR fails, my social media is just going to give me backlash.
Yeah.
लेकिन सिमिलरली अगर PR बहुत अच्छा हुआ है, सारे इंटरव्यूज़ हो गए हैं, लेकिन सोशल मीडिया पे ऐसा कुछ कंज्यूमर ने पकड़ लिया जो सही नहीं था, एंड विच वाज अ ब्लाइंड स्पॉट फॉर द मेकर्स, देन सोशल मीडिया बैकलैश, देन उनकी मेहनत चली जाती है. सो एंड इट हैपेंस ऑल्सो, बट देन हाउ डू यू मिटिगेट इट? दैट्स इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. आप उसको ओन करो, you come out, you give them more reasons to watch. See, as a marketer, you have to be very agile.
Yeah.
And agility is, I think, core for all kind of marketing.
That is true.
So you know that, okay, there's something which has gone wrong, but then how do you can't make it right. So you own it. ये तो गलत हो गया है. Either you come out and say, okay, we messed it up.
Yeah.
And that's in very extreme cases.
How do we control it then?
Yeah. But that's in extreme cases. In other cases, you give them more reason. That's, hence in your drawing board, the RTBs are in big capital letter. Your reason to buy has to be multiple. कि इस टूथपेस्ट में नमक है इसीलिए ये बिक रहा है, वो तो हमारे केस में है ही नहीं.
Yeah.
हमारे केस में तो इट्स अ ब्लेंड ऑफ लॉट ऑफ स्टफ. तो वो सारे जो लॉट ऑफ स्टफ्स हैं, यू हैव टू देयर, एंड हेंस योर कंटेंट पिलर्स, आई टाई बैक टू अगेन दोज दैट यू हैव टू कीप थ्रोइंग. एंड एज एन ऑडियंस ऑल्सो, यू आर वेरी वोलेटाइल. दैट मीन्स इट्स नॉट दैट पुराने ज़माने में अगर आपको प्यास लगती थी तो आप फ्रूटी ही पीते हो. आज की डेट में यू आर डिवाइडेड बिटवीन सो मेनी ब्रांड्स, एंड you are not even shying away from trying a new brand. This is the age we are living in. So consumer, if you keep going back to them कि अरे इसने थ्रिलर देखा था अब तो ये थ्रिलर ही देखेगा दोबारा, नहीं, इसने थ्रिलर देखा होगा बट उसके 50 रीज़न हो सकते हैं. मे बी उसको वो एक्टर पसंद था, मे बी कोई गाना अच्छा लगा था, मे बी कोई एक्शन सीक्वेंस अच्छा लग गया था, मे बी कुछ डायलॉग्स उसको अच्छे लग गए थे जो रिलेट कर गया. सो यू कांट डाइसेक्ट और बाइसेक्ट कंज्यूमर रिगार्डिंग कि उसने पुराना क्या देखा था. वी डू इट, वी स्टिल टेक अ सैम्पल साइज ऑफ कंज्यूमर्स एंड देन वी काइंड ऑफ मेक अ लुक अलाइक एंड देन गो एंड टारगेट देम. बट देन यू ऑल्सो हैव टू कीप एडिंग न्यू स्टफ and new channels also you have to explore. So whenever all these things goes wrong, you should know how to make it right. That's our job, I think.
That's so true. And I can only imagine the kind of responsibility that you guys hold when it comes to what if something goes wrong.
Yeah, we prepared. I think success has many fathers, but failures has one, which is the team who's done it.
That is true. Okay. Marketing campaigns, campaigns भी छोड़ दो, overall marketing, how is it different for OTT and the theatrical releases?
See, if I have to put in very simple words, theatrical marketing जो होती है ना, वो fireworks होती है. यानी कि आपको एक साथ ही वो 50 शॉट्स चलाने हैं जो आसमान पे जाके ऐसे रंग बिरंगे, बिकॉज वो क्या होता है, वो डे वन जो वीकेंड होता है ना, वो वीकेंड का चार्म है थिएटिकल मार्केटिंग में. बॉक्स ऑफिस नंबर आने चाहिए, 100 करोड़ होना चाहिए, ओपनिंग कितनी हुई है, स्पेकुलेशंस हो रहे हैं. तो थिएटर में ड्रामा बहुत चलता है, यानी कि बहुत से स्टेक्स हैं, काफ़ी सारे हैं, लोग गेस कर रहे होते हैं, बड़ी फिल्म होती है तो और उस पर नज़र होती है. OTT में ऐसा नहीं है. OTT में प्रोडक्ट आता है, रिलीज होता है, देन इट गेट्स हॉट स्लोली, यानी कि ये लंबा प्रोसेस है. सो थिएटिकल स्प्रिंट है और ये रिले रेस है, OTT. That's how I separate it. So you have to do all the bigger stuff in theatrical marketing beforehand and in quick successions. यानी 7 days की मार्केटिंग अगर है तो 7 days में 7 days बड़ी चीज़ें होनी चाहिए.
Okay.
सारी बड़ी चीज़ें, लेकिन वो प्री में होंगी, so that your opening is great. And after that first weekend अगर तो वो hot है, अगर वो चल पड़ा, hype हो गया, then you'll get more audience. And how much, very rarely things stay more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks in theaters. Theater वो 1 हफ्ते वाला हो गया है या 2 हफ्ते वाला हो गया जो बड़े बैनर की फिल्म है. OTT उल्टा है. OTT might start with a high, but then you will never know as a consumer because there's no box office for OTT. तो आपको कैसे पता चलेगा? तो उस पर कुछ स्पेकुलेशंस होते हैं, कुछ चीज़ें जो एज एन इंडस्ट्री we have started putting out, which everyone does it. There's nothing unique to any platforms. Viewing minutes, viewers are kind of success metrics which is put out that इतने लोग देख रहे हैं, यानी कि अच्छा होगा. Then what is the kind of sentiments you have? Social listening of an OTT release is very important than a theatrical release. Theatrical में भी बहुत important है, but then वो आपको पता चल जाता है क्योंकि वो बॉक्स ऑफिस नंबर आया 30-40 करोड़ जो आया, उससे एक सेंटिमेंट बन जाता है, हिट, फ्लॉप, न्यूट्रल. OTT में यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू से टिल द 4th week, यानी कि 1 महीने बाद आप बोल सकते हो कि सीक्रेट गेम या मिर्ज़ापुर बहुत बड़ा हिट हुआ होगा.
Okay.
आप इमीडिएटली नहीं बोल सकते बिकॉज धीरे धीरे कंज्यूमर आता है, कंज्यूमर सैम्पल करता है. वन, बिकॉज इफ इट्स अ वेब सीरीज योर टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट इज मच हायर देन a film.
Yeah.
And then the word of mouth picks. You will talk about it after you have seen, and you will also take time to see because it's at the convenience of your home. आप उसको आराम से देखते हो, यानी कि आप वन स्ट्रेच में शायद वो फिल्म भी ना देखो, आप उसको 2-3 हिस्सों में तोड़ के देख सकते हो. कन्वीनियंस है, कहीं भाग के तो जा नहीं रहा है, सब्सक्रिप्शन आपने ले लिया है तो आप आराम से देख सकते हो. सो OTT लॉन्गर गेम है. थिएटिकल इज अगेन एज आई सेड इज फायरवर्क्स. वो OTT में वो फायरवर्क्स आफ्टर 2 weeks निकलता है, यहाँ पे पहले ही करना पड़ता है. सो दैट्स हाउ इट्स डिफरेंट.
Okay, but how do you measure the success of OTT release? Like जैसे आपने कहा कि यहाँ पे तो चलो बॉक्स ऑफिस नंबर्स हैं, but about OTT it is probably the number of viewership that you get to know, but still कोई तो एक measuring parameter होगा ना?
See, internally है, every platform has their own success metrics, and if I have to just generically tell you that business, how much business does a content does is definitely one success measurement.
Okay.
ROI has to be there because the investment has gone. Then how much are you recovering? Because your first month or so is your important, where many people come and watch, and then it's becomes part of your platform's library, and people will still come and keep watching it. But the amortization is much longer in OTT. Viewership is very important, that how many people are watching it. Even if people have come, unlike theaters where a ticket is sold, that means you will watch it. It doesn't happen in OTT. You may buy a subscription, but you may end up watching something else also. Because क्या होता है ना, as a user when you come to an OTT platform, everything is new for you. What you have not watched. It's not like TV कि अगर 9 बजे का सीरियल निकल गया तो फिर आपको नहीं दिखेगा, अगले दिन दिखेगा. यहाँ पे अगर something I have released say 2 years back, and if today you have come and today your discovery has happened that ये तो मुझे पता ही नहीं था, and आपने अभी देख लिया, तो you will watch that and maybe the new content gets a backseat. So it's very different here. That's why the gestation period is a little longer, where viewership's data is seen very critically across platforms. And then there are these measuring platforms like say Ormax, Chrome OTT, which have now started to devise and give consumers some data of which is trending, what are people watching. And it's an approx measurement which they do. They have their own methods, but it gives you an idea that what are the top 10 content which people are watching. It may have something new, it may have the older ones also, and hence OTT numbers work.
But what if there is a series or there is a film which has not बीन मच व्यूड, ठीक है, जिसके बहुत ज़्यादा नंबर्स है ही नहीं है, व्यूअरशिप ही नहीं आई है, आप कह रहे हो कि 1 महीने तक यू गाइज मॉनिटर, ठीक है, हाउ सून और हाउ यू नो हाउ लेटर उस फिल्म को क्या OTT प्लेटफॉर्म से निकाला जाता है?
nahi, everything stays whatever
Okay.
is released. See, it is unlike theaters where things come and go. OTT platforms own the content. वो
Okay.
content आपका है. It's like a book which you have bought and you have read. Some you would have liked, some you would have not liked, but it's still there in your bookshelf. Somebody comes, will see it's there. Somebody wants to read it, they can read it. So the content always remains there. And with my experience, I'm telling you, everything finds their own audience.
Okay.
Somewhere कहीं ना कहीं किसी को ऑडियंस मिल जाता है, किसी को ज़्यादा मिलता है, किसी को कम मिलता है. बट यू विल just to give you a little idea, even a 5-year-old content in today's date will have some viewers coming and watching it.
Yeah.
Now there is no discovery, there is no marketing done for it. But कभी कभी आते हैं, ब्राउज करते हैं, कभी कभी आपको वो सजेशन में आ जाता है and you end up watching it. So it's a nice bookshelf where it's a library where hence it's called a library where the books are there even if it's 100 years old, 10 years old, today fresh. आप जाओ, आप देख सकते हो. But it never goes out. It only goes out when there say legal terms, whatever TNCs are there, that there are some lock-in periods. Otherwise, content always remains there.
Since we are talking about the OTT versus theater, from a third person's perspective, if I have to say or what I see is that अभी बॉलीवुड में फिल्म्स थोड़ी कम बन रही है एज़ कम्पेयर टू जो पहले बना करती थी, क्योंकि everyone is switching to OTT now, right? So I wanted to understand कि where are we headed as a country, because we as a country have been a country who has celebrated cinema like anything. We have seen that era जहाँ पे फिल्म स्टार्स को equal to God समझा जाता था. अब I don't see that much happening with the new age of actors or with the new age of content also, which has blown out of proportion. So what is your take on that?
No, you're right. I think it's not a third person perspective, but this is what is happening. And क्या हुआ है, this has been a very big shift pre-COVID and post-COVID. COVID kind of changed our habits like anything. If you give an example, I have worked so many years in corporates. Work from home was never a thing.
Yeah.
Today, when COVID came in, work from home became normal. आज की डेट में भी normal है वो, यानी कि अभी भी लोग work from home बोल सकते हैं ना, आपको odd नहीं लगता है. Similarly, क्या हुआ है, theaters slowly and slowly have become a destination for your big budget films. बड़ी फिल्में आती हैं, बड़े स्टारकास्ट हैं, बहुत बड़ा VFX है, तो थिएटिकल अब परसेप्शन हो गया कि अगर ऐसा कुछ आ रहा है ना तो वो थिएटर पे आना चाहिए और मैं उसको थिएटर पे देखूंगा. इस बीच में क्या हुआ है, OTT बहुत चुपके से स्लोली हैज एंटर्ड योर लाइफ, आपको कन्वीनियंस देके, एंड नॉट जस्ट वन, यू हैव मल्टीपल चॉइसेस. एंड सोचो, इफ आई हैव 5 चॉइसेस ऑफ OTT, 5 मुझे हर ऑल्टरनेट फ्राइडे कुछ ना कुछ ऑप्शंस दे रहे हैं देखने के लिए. क्रिकेट तो मैं छोड़ दे रहा हूँ, विच इज Indians all time favorite. So hence the perception of user have also gone that okay, if supposing there's a film which is okayish film, okay star cast, अच्छी हो सकती है, नहीं हो सकती है, but I can still wait for it. यानी मुझे आज ही जाके टिकट बाय करके देखना नहीं है. बट अगर समथिंग बहुत बड़ा आ रहा है, शाहरुख आ रहा है, या फिर रामायण आएगी अभी, जिसका जस्ट टीजर आया है, ब्रह्मास्त्र आया था, अगर ऐसी चीज़ें आती हैं तो it is like okay, ये theater वाली चीज़ है, then I still am in that habit that it's a family outing or it's an individual outing where you go spend time in a mall, watch film and come back. So hence that's where the differentiation have happened. Post COVID, OTT has been much more preferred to watch these small scale, if I have to tell you, which doesn't have say A-listers and still are good actors, and hence you see actors like Pankaj Tripathi, Manoj Bajpayee, Nawaz, they are the superstars of OTT. Not that their film will not work in theaters, but people will prefer them watching as an direct to digital release on OTT, and that has become a normal now. Just like work from home. So hence you see less releases which are happening. If it is happening, people are going for a big budget films, and those are getting released and people are going and watching them.
But do you think in the long run, in the next 5, 6, 10 years, theaters will go completely extinct and there will be like lots and lots more OTT platforms coming in?
Yeah, see, this is one question I have dwelled quite a bit, and I have friends in
Because
you know,
not many people are interested in going and watching a film in a theater.
as someone who loves content, and I'll give you my example. I have always been fond of TV, and I have watched TV like nobody's business. I've just watched it all day, from Star Movies to MGM
Yeah.
to whatever, wherever I used to get my films. And then I used to go to theaters and watch films also. There are lot many people like me in India, across the world also.
Yeah.
Theater is not going anywhere. There might be innovations where 450 seater will become a 180 seater, or it might become a 75 seater. It will go compact, but it'll still give you that experience. So it's not going anywhere.
Okay.
It will exist. And that is my view, not just because I love films, because theater, even if I'm working with OTT, there are something which is worth watching in theaters. A dinosaur film watching on TV is a waste.
Or F1 now.
Or an F1, I watched it in 4DX
Yeah.
and I was thrilled. This movie will come, I'll be still, sitting on that couch जो मैं हमेशा बैठा रहता हूँ, and I will watch from that. But yeah, I don't think so it's going anywhere. It's going to coexist. It will go through a change very soon. And, slowly and steadily, we are seeing these small compact versions. Like, the last film which I watched had 50 seats only, in IMAX. So something of this sort is going to happen, but it will exist.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is also a slight shift in the consumer's choice into regional content, right?
Yeah.
And I see like a lot of regional films doing well, probably on OTT or on theater, irrespective of that. But regional content is picking up now.
Yes.
Like, for example, Kuku FM has Blue. It's, probably revenue or its fame. It rose to fame probably because of the regional content that they were putting out, right? I guess Allu Arjun also has an app where he puts up only the regional content out there. And those are local stories,
Yeah.
if I'm not wrong, right? So what is your take on it? Because you are at the marketing side, right? And you know that how many films get released and how many of them are by choice, pushed ahead because it's a regional content.
So it's a very interesting question. And, when, this rise of South was happening, South stories are very rooted.
Yeah.
And we learned, especially in the northern side, we learned this thing very late. And if I go to much younger age, Gen Zs and these younger people, while they are very modern, they are going back to our roots, much bigger and better than what we are, and they want to know about, India. They want to know about their culture. They're visiting, doing solo trips and all, which we were not allowed to do that. Internet has opened a lot of stuff. So hence, there is this rise of regional languages coming in. And it is not just South, because South obviously has a different way of storytelling. I'm a big fan of what South does.
Yeah.
But then, what is happening in, say, a Marathi market. And Marathi, if you enter, you will know that there is no better theatrical than Marathi theatre. And now that is becoming, that's the flavor is on movies. And it has been there, since long. But then I think the avenues were not much. The theatrical releases were not happening. But thanks to OTT, now they can directly release. And we see fantastic films coming in. Similarly, Bangla as a market also is doing very well.
Amazingly well.
Punjabi is, of course, now has gone international, and we see that, much of Punjabi films are, Punjabi pop stars are mostly India pop stars and, big stars, be it Diljit, Amy Work. So there's a huge shift because younger audience wants to watch it. जो पहले नहीं हो रहा था 10 साल पहले. Hence, now you see much more rooted stories which are coming in. And we recently did a brand refresh at Z also, and there also when we debated, realized that people are coming back. Acceptance of your own culture is much higher than what it was earlier. That means, a Nawari sari and a sneaker goes well now.
Yeah.
It is not odd. Earlier, ये बोलते हैं अरे पागल है क्या पहन के चल रहा है, अभी नॉर्मल हो गया है. So even you see, and this rise of content creators, be it say Focus Indian, Fanchos, these are
Yeah.
local guys. Fancho, Focus Indian is a Maharashtrian guy, but then look at him where he is and what is he doing.
Yeah.
And so these local influencers who have start come in, they have got the culture much more better out, because they shoot content at home. They are shooting with their parents. Parents are also coming in. There's a lot of relatable content which is there. Hence, awareness is there, and that's where it's on rise. And you will see much more rooted content coming in, where you will see stories of Indian history. दूर दराज इलाके का कोई रस्म और प्रथा के ऊपर एक फिल्म आएगी.
Okay.
But this is going to come big time going forward.
Now, since we're talking about marketing and innovations over there, right, I really want to know from your perspective, what are the innovations that we can, look at? Like, probably, for example, we were talking about low cost marketing, something like, like a podcast
Yeah.
ad, or probably the micro dramas which you were saying about. Please elaborate on that.
From an innovation point of view, there's a lot of new tech which has come in, especially in with AI coming in. Lot of human dependency on creating marketing collaterals is going to get better. People, you can create a picture, say which you have to earlier go log into Shutterstock, download an
Yeah.
image and do it. Right now you can just give a prompt to a ChatGPT or a
Yeah.
Grok and you see a picture coming in. So that ways life is becoming simple, and I think those are the innovation which are going to come more in much bigger and larger way. Big players like Google, Meta, they are going to give you more access to their AI tools so that you don't leave their platforms. Why will you go to a ChatGPT to create something? Right now, and Instagram has an AI tool within themselves where you
Yeah.
can generate images. So everyone is going to give you that access. So I think that will be the new thing in marketing. I think the another bigger shift will be the entire definitions, and that's where I really want B schools to come in and start creating those new books where ATL and BTL definitions gets changed now. Because ATL, while it's TV, newspaper,
Yeah.
which is existing from donkey years, now I think the definitions have changed.
Yeah.
Digital is your ATL.
Yeah.
That's where a bigger chunk of money is going. And I will not shy away from saying that those concepts are done. You can't keep calling those ATL. BTL, experiential marketing, while it was dying, now will become much more bigger because it has a social media value to it.
Yeah.
That means that's the only thing which you want to see on social, not just words and pictures. यानी अगर आपको वीडियो डालना होगा, वो वीडियो कहीं से तो शूट करना पड़ेगा. And that is your experiential marketing. That means you will do something on ground in a way that has value, which can go on social media and get to more users. And something I do in Mumbai, and I can entice someone in US also.
Yeah.
So I think that is where the shift will happen in terms of new marketing. Coming to low cost, I think very debatable. While performance can be done with lot less money, and it's depending on your budget, that how much you want to push on Meta. Today only if you like say small users, if they only do marketing on Instagram, they're good enough because Instagram gives you opportunities where you
Yeah.
can boost your products and videos, whatever you want to create, and then kind of make the sale happen on their platform. But then there are these low cost marketing where with this entire boom of D2C brands which are coming in, and we see that in this setup people are sitting with
Yeah.
an influencer or an actor who is asking about that how to grow hair, or how to improve digestion, and the owner of the brand is saying I have cracked it for you, ye hai mera product.
Yeah.
And I think those are these kind of marketing which are really really low cost are going to come in the lens very soon. You will not be able to sell these products which are very prescription led product today, from a syrup to a tablet to what not is getting sold,
Yeah.
without prescriptions. So I think that is going to get a lens, but it's very low cost. I think the another rise is meme marketing, which is very underrated still. I have realized in entertainment how it can change
Change a
your
perception.
narrative,
Yeah.
narrative. And you see all these pop culture memes which are very relevant, and product guys are now kind of smartly intercutting those memes into their product. You will see lot many, and today's, earlier it was TV where you could see those ads coming in. Today I sit and watch those ads and I'm like stoked what creative people have become. And
Yeah.
it's low cost, it's efficient, and it fits in and it reaches where your consumer's media diet is. Your media diet right now is not TV and newspaper. Your media diet is your phone, and you're consuming a lot of Instagram or Snapchat
Yeah.
or Twitter, and that's where the products are, and tailored in a way that it just gets your 3 seconds, and the sale happens.
Yeah. So what about micro dramas? Because I open up Instagram today and there are a lot of content creators who are working on a proper series of micro dramas, and those reels actually have millions and millions of views. So do you think that this is coming up like a next wave of content? Because I think it's already happening good in some other Asian countries also, like China, Korea, and all of that stuff.
See, micro dramas are huge outside India. US, China are the biggest market. We have like players who have really cracked it to a user base who is hooked onto phone. So the insight is this 9:16 screen. So if somebody is there and spending 6-7 hours or whatever free time you have, your first preferred is to phone उठा के देख लेते हैं क्या है, reels देख लेते हैं. So in that format, giving you stories so that your doom scrolling doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because again awareness आ रहा है कि यार 1 घंटा देखने गया था और 4 घंटे देख लिया, but कुछ substantial नहीं देखा. So micro dramas are coming in where they are selling stories. It's tailored 60-minute content, which is 1 minute per episode, 50-60 you will see, and you will not even realize that you have watched a story. So that means it's creativity in storytelling also, that in 60 second एक thriller आपको मैंने दिखा दिया in a much direct way. यानी उसमें ना premise build नहीं होता है. So micro dramas have seen success in the China and the US UK market. Now it's big time in India. It's working really well. You will have you will get surprised that already 7 to 8 players are there in the market who are doing micro dramas. It's going to just come up much more when all these bigger players come in and the category gets created. The category is still there. So it's the next big thing. It is cashing on your 1 minute scrolling. So that your entire insight of मैंने 4 रील देखी या 10 रील देखी 1 मिनट के अंदर, that is now getting into a fun episode. So 1 मिनट का एक episode होगा, you will see 4-5 episode, आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा, you will get hooked on and watch a 1 hour, which is relatively 1 day में आप निकाल सकते हो या maximum 2 days में आप निकाल सकते हो. So micro dramas are your next big thing. It will coexist with your longer format also, because there's an audience who wants to watch the longer format. But the consumption of micro dramas in tier 2, tier 3, specifically in the data for outside India says that 75 to 76% women are watching it.
Okay.
Who are your TV audience also. So now the TV audience is shifting to phone, and then they will shift to micro dramas. And उसीलिए genres जो होंगे ना बड़े ही similar होंगे, यानी उसीलिए उसको ड्रामा बोला जाता है. उसमें ड्रामा बहुत ज़्यादा होगा. It will not be a सीरियस काइंड ऑफ अ थ्रिलर जैसे फिल्मों में होता है, ना ही इसमें VFX हैवी होगा, बिकॉज इट्स लो कॉस्ट कंटेंट. सो हाई ऑन ड्रामा एंड हाई ऑन एंटरटेनमेंट at your fingertip, 1 minute watch. So that's the new thing which is coming.
Okay. Thank you so much, Raghuveer,
My
for doing
pleasure.
this. It was a great episode, and I'm sure you also enjoyed the
Oh, I
conversation.
loved it. You give me 3 hours to talk about marketing, I'll keep talking.
Next time for sure. We will try that.
It will be a much longer one.
Okay. Thank you so much for doing
Thanks
this.
for inviting me.